They'll start on the ground with Harris.
Past the 20 for a short gain, second down. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's another carry for Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Now Landry. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They go play action. Winston. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now Winston on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Winston. His throw incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in the kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
It's brought in by Harris. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
On second down and 4, Winston trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Here's Winston. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Play action now, Winston. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take over here up near the 30.
But that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because, to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run again with Harris. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, Trubisky. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Saints 7, Steelers 9.
So they'll get another Steelers shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Trubisky. A throw left side, caught by the tight end Freiermuth. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the first down. The Steelers at 3-5, 2 games under 500, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing here, Trubisky. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Won't be easy here after that sack. Now you got Trubisky and the Steelers facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 2nd and 15 now.
Winston, that's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Steelers' 33-yard line.
Here's Winston. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14. Steelers nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a 1st down carry for Harris.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A first down throw for Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Jameis now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
To throw again on second down. Winston, flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Winston to throw for it on 4. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Third down now. Those last two plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Tano Passanio able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Alex Highsmith making the nice play and getting the sack. Now Charles dealing with a third and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Kamara trying the right side. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Devin Bush sprinting behind the line to track down the ball carrier.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 3rd down, Winston.
That pass complete to Moore.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 39. Kamara up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. The safety, Terrell Edmunds, picks it.
And the Steelers are right back in this football game.
That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
And now they need to execute. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He gets it complete to Harris.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They go play action. Trubisky steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Landon Collins.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the 2nd half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Room here to run.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds.
A big effort that time out of Ingram. 65 yards on the ground. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Harris. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Uncorks one for Davis. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Najee Harris, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were in the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like the loser.